A church for all.
A church for all.
A church for all.
A church for all.
I'm Ron Long.
I'm Karen Long.
I'm Ronnie Mathis.
And I'm Kristen Mathis.
Well, I grew up in another denomination. It was mostly fire and brimstone.
I'm a generational Methodist. My grandmother was a Methodist, so on mother's side of the family, we've all been Methodist in a small town, very rural in East Texas.
So I went to church casually growing up. It wasn't until I was a young adult that I started going to what I would call more of a fundamentalist church. It was a lot more strict, and they used what I would consider scare tactics to a degree.
My mom was Catholic, so I grew up Catholic, and then ended up switching to Church of Christ, where my dad was going. I didn't love that women weren't allowed to be leaders or worship leaders. They also don't let you use instruments, and as a musician, I was not a big fan of that.
In essence, our grandkids started us on this journey.
The first time that I read the mission statement to eradicate homelessness in whatever form it takes, I was so interested, and that just spoke to my heart in so many ways that I just knew I wanted to be a part. And then coming to the worship service, it felt like home. It feels like home every Sunday when we come.
We were newly married, and we were living in Frisco, and both kind of at that point hadn't been in church in a long time. I tried a couple in college, and I just left feeling worse about myself, which is the opposite of what you should leave feeling like.
It was just normal people, regular people, regular imperfect people, and it was fully accepting, and the messages were just so common sense. It was just common sense, treat each other better.
That's the place for me. That's where I can do something. That's where I can connect. That's where I'm respected. That's where I can contribute. And through that environment, I would hope our church would grow and prosper.
That we live in uncertain times. A world at its worst needs a church at its best. And that really rang true for me when I think about the hope that I have for Grace Avenue.
For me, I feel like I've done a lot of transformation in the last few years. Having kids and getting older and just learning who I am. And I want that for everybody. I want everybody to be able to feel accept all parts of themselves and feel like they belong.
Being allowed to have questions, being allowed to look at scripture and things like that and bring up different aspects about it.
Well, it means being at home, being accepted, being respected.
It's a place where people can share their passions, where people can share talents, share their knowledge, come together, and you become bigger than just yourself.
For me, it means come as you are, no exceptions, and then actually meaning it.
Church for all means I should be able to pick anybody in my life, no matter where they are and what they do and what they believe and who they love, and I should be able to bring them to church with me.
A church for all.